is not as usual this time. We have a unique day this time. We'll have three different speeches, but all of a different nature. So first will be our debutant, Prakash, TM Prakash. He is a fan of both cricket and football. He will be delivering his icebreaker speech and he will be evaluated by TM Jijo. I would like to request TM Jijo to explain his pathways and objectives. Over to you, TM Jijo.
Thank you, team of the day. Today, my target speaker is TM Prakash Chetri, who will be doing his first project, which is the icebreaker speech. The title of his speech is My Ways to Toastmaster. All the best to the target speaker, TM Prakash. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I would request to on the timer to please explain the timing for the icebreaker speech, please. Toastmaster Virendra.
One second. Yes, the total timing is 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, there will be a green card, and 6 minutes there will be yellow card, and at 7 minutes there will be a red card.
So, TM Prakash, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready, Toastmaster.
So please pin the timer, and I would like to request all of them to mute themselves so that we can avoid distractions. Okay, start, TM Prakash.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to ask you all, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good afternoon, President, Toastmaster of the Day, and fellow Toastmaster. Thank you very much, very much, having me here today. This is my first ever. First ever. This is my first time I'm giving a kind of professional speech, you can say, or this kind of speech. So I'm quite excited and quite nervous too. I hope it will go well. So I would like to start with my introduction. Then I'll share other things, how I came to know about how I was introduced to Toastmaster. Okay, my name is Prakash. Before we start, I would like to ask also one more thing. How many of you know about Darjeeling? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, a majority of the people, they are familiar with the place Darjeeling. It's a hill station in northeast India. It's a beautiful place, and also people are familiar with Darjeeling tea, which is very popular from the place. I belongs to that place. I came here in 2010 in Kuwait. I'm working as a salesman in Marks and Spencer. Maybe I can see some of you very familiar face to me. I think you guys are coming there and having dealt with me many a time. So this is very good experience to have familiar people to talk with. I'm staying here with my family. I have 2 kids with me. My wife, we stay here in Salmia Block 10. And my hobbies are not very, very fascinated. I'm very simple person. I love to travel. I love to listen music in my free times. So this is, I think I have done with my introduction. So I hope you guys have a little bit idea about me, about the, as a person, right? So next, I would like to explain to you how I was introduced to Toastmaster at the beginning. Or I'm not very comfortable with the public speaking. This is kind of, you can say,
Toastmaster Prakash.
I think there is some internet issue.
Just wait for a while and then see.
It actually happened to me once.
I believe he's rejoining again. Till he's back, I also see Toastmaster Vermith also along with us. Hello, Toastmaster Vermith. How are you doing? Hello. If he's not able to join back, I think let's move forward. TMOD.
Okay. Okay, unfortunately, the first speech got interrupted, so maybe we'll resume it later. So now it's time for something special. There will be a speech, but you might not have heard about this. I think majority of have not heard about this thing or never seen this. So I'm also excited about this one. It's very long and it will be delivered by Toastmaster Fakhruddin. It is a panel discussion of level 5. So I would like her evaluator TM Soraya to introduce him and explain his pathways and objectives.
Yes. Hello. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah. Yes, TM
Yes.
Surya.
All right. Wonderful. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today, our second speaker is actually going to be a moderator, specifically a moderator for a panel discussion. And now, what this essentially means is that this speaker will be using his or her skills as a public speaker and leader to facilitate a panel discussion. That is all from my side, but before I leave, the panel's title is Real or Virtual? What is the future? Good luck, Toastmaster Fakhruddin,
Thank
and
you.
I will give my report at the end. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, TM Soraya. Now I would like our timer to please give us timing and details, please.
Virendra, you're on mute.
1 second. 1 second. $20. We don't have timer for 20 minutes, right? Hello?
Yes, yes.
So which one I will put? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, just put 20 as yellow and 25 as red.
1 second. 1 second.
I think 18 should be green and then 19 should be
Yes,
yellow, 20
I'll
should be
also,
red, right?
yes, according to the agenda, it is 18 green, 19 yellow, and 20 red.
Should be red. Yeah.
But we don't have that time card in my folder.
You can use your mobile, TM Virendra.
No, Virendra, you can monitor the time separately
Okay.
on the timer and just display the flash the cards
Yeah.
when the time is near.
Okay. Okay.
Let's proceed, and Virendra will take care of it.
So, uh, TM Prakash is back. So, should we continue the first one, uh, or should we proceed to the next?
We
No, no,
can
continue this
The
one.
TM Prakash
Continue the
is back.
panel discussion, then we'll
yes.
go ahead with Prakash.
Okay, so it's time for the panel discussion. The stage is yours, TM Pakruddin. We are too excited for it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having given me this wonderful opportunity. It's my pleasure and honor to be part of such a wonderful platform. Distinguished Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guests, good evening to you all once again. Are you all excited? Are you all energetic? I can see the zeal and zest on your face. Thank you. Thank you for all your encouragement. So, we at Dreamviewers Toastmasters Club always been there to see what new, exciting, encouraging we can bring up for our audience to make the meeting more interactive and more knowledgeable. So, today we are here with one more very interesting session. Do you guys want to know about it? Yes, we are conducting a panel discussion. A panel discussion which would have our specialist on floor with our audience being involved, and we will try to make it very intriguing and quite communicative. So, do you all want to know what is the topic? The topic is the talk of the town. The topic is the talk of the hour. Real or virtual? What should be the future? Now, let me take you back in time. Since the development of the ancient civilizations, we humans have been known, we humans have been known to build. Just excuse me. I'm sorry for the interruption. We humans have always been known to work. We have always been designed to work in an environment wherein we all can work together under one roof. That has been, if you talk about our Indus Valley civilizations, or you talk about Incas or Greek or Roman, the entire civilizations have been built based on our team efforts, our dedication. As a human, we are social animals. We love to work in tandem in face to face coordinations. Now, from 18th and 19th century onwards, there was a big revolution on our planet. That was an industrial revolution wherein the machineries were introduced. So we adapted towards the change and we started working hand in hand with the automated systems. There were a lot of new innovations, like there was innovations of steam engine, there was an innovation of automobiles, fossil fuel based products. There was an entire innovation in different goods and services which were being utilized and done with handicraft. So there was an entire modification. From the mid of 20th century, we got a wonderful innovation of computers. When the computers started, the entire thing started getting automated. Before, we would have 20 gadgets to handle 20 different things on a different platform at a given point of time. But when the computers were introduced, everything got under one platform and one loop, and we started focusing only on one device. From 21st century onwards, there was another very huge revolution we faced, that was an internet age, an age of information and technology. With this age, the entire planet came into one loop. We all got connected, wired, and everything went streamlined. Companies like IBM, Apple, Microsoft took a very big advantage of this platform, and we expanded into the business of information and technology by loops and bounds. In year 2019, we we humans faced a major setback in the name of a pandemic which did not leave any option for us. We lost lives, we lost our work, we lost our livelihood in a huge amount. We couldn't survive since 95% of our population is depending on paycheck to paycheck. It was very need of the hour to find out an immediate solution to this challenge. And what was the solution? The solution was to utilize our development of past 21 years of information and technology. We utilized our own legacy of our development in the world of internet to materialize the things. We started converting ourselves on the virtual platforms, right from basic activity of buying grocery to reporting to your work. Everything went virtual, and it has been consistently going for last 2 years. We have turned everything virtual with the grace of God and technology advancement in medicines. Now we are able to get back on track and see the life getting normal again, and we are able to connect more with the real world. So right now, the question in demand is as to how we balance our life between our virtual as well as our previous real platform, which has been going from generations to generations. In order to discuss on this topic further, we have got fantastic three specialist panel members with us. Now, let me introduce our panel members with you. Our first panelist is none other than TM Syed. TM Syed has been in Kuwait for last 10 years and he works as an IT consultant in Kuwait Net Company. The second panelist we have with us is our dynamic Toastmasters TM Hussein Shabir. TM Hussein Shabir is a fun loving guy, a very entertaining personality, having a different opinion on things, and he works as an accountant in Kuwait Technology Company. The third panelist we have with us is none other than TM Murtaza. TM Murtaza is a great guy. He's been doing a wonderful job since he's joined Toastmasters, and he is a businessman in Kuwait, runs his own outlet of mobile accessories and mobile phones. I wish them all good luck for today's session. So, indeed, the session will now be continued with couple of questions with us in hand, which our panelists will reply, and then the audience can join us by putting up their questions on the chat format, and I will moderate those questions to the panelists for them. So, my first question with I request all the panelists to unmute themselves, please. So my first question to our first panelist, TM Syed. TM Syed, am I audible?
Yes. How are you?
I'm great, TM Syed. You are looking fantastic as ever. Charming and glowing.
Thank
Mashallah.
you. Thank you. Thank you, Fakhruddin. It's always good to hear these lovely comments. It makes me
TM
more
Syed,
anger.
My question to you today is that being real or getting virtual in the form of your basic lifestyle, how do you suggest should we, since we have been on virtual activities for over 2 years, would you consider continuing the same, or we should get back to our real lifestyle eventually?
Thank you, Toastmaster Fakhruddin for bringing me as a panelist. So here, real versus virtual. This is a question that will be challenging since generations and will always go on. The next generation, the later generation, and the next generation also. I would say like even my grandchildren would be discussing the same, like if this goes on. So for me, a real life can be used to elevate virtual. Virtual reality may never replace traditional stuff, Fakhruddin.
True.
You just take like learning, training, treatments, travel. Here, all my guests, fellow Toastmasters, we all are sitting like, who didn't miss like last 9 days when it was Eid holidays? Like, who didn't want to go to Georgia? Who didn't want to go travel to their own country? Man, I wanted to travel this 9 days with my family, see my family aboard. Like, these are the things that virtual reality can never give you. At end, what are this virtual reality is giving to me, like virtual things, like all the experience, it's just fixed to your tablet, to your phone. At the end of the day, I'm just searching, might be a bunch of apps and net. What about the sporting and the events? So all this need to be in real, so current and potential future development in virtual reality field will not provide a realistic experience as of such. It might be a decade later, but in simple saying, virtual reality cannot replace a real as on today. Just before handovering this mic to you, Fakhruddin, I would like to discuss, like, I understand, like, because of rules and things that are happening today, we are here on this Zoom. We are here talking on this Zoom meeting. But like, wouldn't you want to have this experience, the warmth, the enthusiasm, the energy that is flowing through all of us? Would you want to feel it in real? If yes, then real life is better than virtual. Do you, Fakhruddin?
Yes, mashallah. That's the great reply, TM Sayyed, you have given it, and I do agree that the virtualism cannot fill the void in your heart with all the real pleasures what you had since generation, since birth, the life you left. And yes, especially it has hampered the traveling, it has hampered the opportunity we receive as an expatriate to meet our loved ones in our own country every once in a year, or whatever little we receive it, we value it, we treasure it. So right now we are missing it. So let me take this conversation to our second panelist, none other than TM Hussein. TM Hussein, I would love to hear your opinion on the same question. If you want, I can repeat it again.
No, thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Fakhruddin. I'm aware of the topic. And as our first panelist, TM Sayed, he said he supports the real, and it's a very interesting question. And even me, I'm tilted more towards the real world. Why? Let's just take the theme of today's meeting. Stay fit with sports. Now imagine there are two kids. One is playing games on mobile and the other one is playing at the ground. The one playing at the mobile, for sure, he will develop his mental strength. But the one playing at the ground not only develops his mental strength, but also his physical strength. And if he's playing a team sport, I'm sure he will develop his social skills as well. So yes, this way, of course, it is the virtual is slightly lower than the real, but even more than that, I would like to take a latest example. When TM Fakhruddin was about to start this meeting, his session, I mean, he got 2-3 times the call, right? And he got a bit agitated why they are calling. So if it was in real life, suppose if I'm in this meeting and my wife or my kid or anyone comes in real, I will just show, oh, go get out from here, I'm in a meeting. But if you're on a phone, you cannot express it, that anger, or that, how you are in the middle of a meeting. So you must understand, don't disturb me again and again. If you cut a phone once, they'll call you twice, thrice, until and unless you don't reply. So I feel that the real world is still the real deal. Back to you.
Yeah, wow, that's fantastic reply, and you are absolutely correct. Being on virtual platforms and having to lead a virtual life, indeed, sometimes you are using so many gadgets to connect with your virtual life that indeed at times you just can't keep a track of when to keep it on and when to switch it off. That's the real core challenge of being on the virtual world. That's absolutely correct, and you have given us a fantastic example, TM Hussein. I highly appreciate it indeed. So let us take this question further to our third panelist, TM Murtaza. TM Murtaza, I welcome you on this podium, and I appreciate your valuable opinion on the same. Please, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Fakhruddin. Today's topic is not only interesting, but very relevant in today's time. But with all due respect to Toastmaster Sayyed and Toastmaster Hussein, what they claim to be 6 from my table, I say it's 9. So I beg to differ in my opinion. From my friend circle to home to workplace, I keep having this discussion, virtual or real, virtual or real. And in all the setup, I just have 2 points. Is my opinion. I would like to say 2 points. Point number 1 is, I believe a tsunami of technology has already come. A tsunami of technology or technological development has already come. If we are with it, it will take us at very new heights, a new areas, a new dimension at lightning speed. And if you are opposing it, if you are not turning with it, it might destroy you or you might get drawn. This is point number 1. And point number 2 is, I believe this virtual setup, it is not new. It was already there in many cultures, many educational centers, many offices, they were doing work from home. The pandemic, what it has done, it has just catalyzed, like it has speeded up the progress. What we were supposed to be in 2025 or 2030, or maybe a decade later, somewhere there, it has come a bit early because of this unfortunate pandemic. So that's my opinion. Over to you,
Wow.
Toastmaster Fakhruddin.
TM Murtaza, thanks for the wonderful reply. And as I said just now, that the legacy we built in for last 21 or 23 years has indeed paid off during the time of pandemic. The platform which we already nurtured on our planet Earth has indeed given us the opportunity to survive during these testing times. So, thank you all the 3 panelists for having given a wonderful reply on this question. Let me move on to my second question. To the panelist, TM Sayed, the question is, how has this pandemic changed your life in terms of being real or virtual? I would repeat the question. How has this pandemic changed your life in being real or virtual?
Huh. Toastmaster Fakhruddin, you're coming up with very challenging questions. Pandemic, it has been going on since a long 1.5 years. So every now and then, when I hear of this word pandemic, COVID-19, a sense of fear is always there in your mind. When I hear the word COVID, it's you're positive. Being negative is better here in this term. Like all this 1.5 year, the value of negative has grown up. This pandemic has changed every aspect of me in seeing life. Personal to me, like the only one thing I understand is like, I thank God every day for making me healthy and richer when I see all these sorrows. And I understand one thing for sure is that the only thing that me as a Sayyid I cannot change is death. So this taught me, this whole situation taught me to learn something new every day, to do something new, enjoy every second of life. Since last year, one thing that really changed in my life is I'm paying my life insurance premium in time. Okay.
That's great. That's great. That's wonderful reply,
It's
TM
okay.
Sayed. I
Okay.
can really, I can relate very well to your answers,
Hmm.
TM Sayed. Now
Okay,
let
no,
me
one
move
more
on to,
thing is,
yeah,
yeah, one more thing. Let me just like before hand over the podium. So, one good thing also about this pandemic is like I got lots of stories, like after a decade, I can tell my grandchildren there was such a time when I was under lockdown and curfew,
T-
and this and that happened. Back to you, Toastmaster Fakhruddin.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I would like to have a briefing on this answer from TM Hussein Shabir and TM Murtaza as well, since we need to hand over back the podium to TM Modi Mustafa Shabir. I would request my dear respected panelists to have a short and quick view on this question as well. TM Shabir, the podium is yours.
Thank you once again. I'm sure you all must have been really familiar to the word work from home. It has been quite a normal these days. And me, as in the lockdown, I work at home. I work from home as well. Well, when I came to know that I will be working from home, I was really happy, and I thought it's really interesting. I don't know. I mean, I didn't have to wake up early. I didn't have to wear formals every day. I didn't have to commute and waste my time, coming back and forth. So I thought it will be really interesting, and it indeed was interesting for initial days. But later on, I started to felt the side effects of work from
Thank
home.
you. Thank you so much, TM Hussein Shabir. I would like to have a reply from TM Murtaza as well.
Yes, we faced a very unfortunate pandemic, but in spite of that, because the virtual thing, in spite of this devastating pandemic, we were able to carry on with our life, with our livelihood, with our work, with our education, with our businesses. So I
Great.
see, all in all,
Thank you. Thank
it
you so
supported
much,
us.
TM Murtaza, for the wonderful session. And from here onwards, I will hand over podium back to TM Modi Mustafa Shabir. Thank you so much.
Mustafa, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
Hey, am I audible now? That was a wonderful session. We don't really care about the real or virtual, but this session was really good. You four made us want more. So now, before moving forward, I think we have TM Prakash available or no?
Yes, I am available.
Yeah, he's available. So I would like to let him break his ice once again and let him
Yes.
continue. So it's over to you, TM Prakash.
Thank you very much, and so sorry for the interruption. Something happened. This is how one of our Toastmasters said, like virtual reality. Which one is better? So let's start with the same thing. As I was discontinued. I am a bad speaker, right? So how I made my way to Toastmaster Club? I'll tell you the story. Last year, at the same time, 15 months ago, I was looking for something like where can I start my building up my public speaking power. So I just Google it, and somehow, luckily, I managed to find the number of Postmaster Allen, Mr. Allen Paul. Yeah, he's the guy. I called him, and actually I'm not that much to call him. I just text him, what is this all about, Toastmaster? Can I know something about this? So he texted me, yeah, this is very best platform for the people who wants to develop their speeches, public speaking. So you should join. Where he asked me some normal questions, where are you working, and how do you do this, all the things. Then I was not able to join them. Somehow this was then start, suddenly pandemic started. Then I just ignored. I'll tell you this story. Then I got an interview a few months back, and I cut up there. you know, guys, what happened? I was not selected, and the reason, I talked to my HR why I am not selected, because I have been working since 10 years, almost 8 years. I have given my time to the company. So why do you think that I am not capable of it? He told me, you must restore your, or you have to improve your public speaking power. I was like, you know, I was just shocked to hear that. So that times one thing was ringing in my head, that Mr. Allen, I remember Mr. Allen, Toastmaster Allen Paul. So why didn't I join the Toastmaster then? So I was so regret for this act, not joining the Toastmaster. So I have joined now. So I am a part of the team. My goal is to become a better speaker. I don't want to be a, you know, like a famous speaker, but I want to be a competent speaker, and I hope I will achieve my goal being with the great Toastmaster teams. So I think this is it from me. Thank you very much. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. That was a great icebreaker. I think simplicity is the specialty. So before moving forward, I would like to everyone to just give their feedback for. I think I missed the feedback for TM Fakhruddin also. So I would like to give the feedback for both of them. Please take a minute. Okay, so let's move forward. Now it's time for the third speech, which is again a twist. It is a speech, but not a speech really. Our third speaker of the day is just like his name, one who is always one to help you complete your job. He is a follower of cricket, TM Job. He will be working on his active listening project through his TTM session. So we will be moving to the second segment through this. So before starting this segment, I would request her evaluator, TM Asil, who loves water and consider swimming as a favorite sport, to introduce his pathways and objectives, please. TM
Yes,
Asil.
hello, this is Toastmaster Asil. Can you all see me and hear me?
Yes.
Okay. His pathway is persuasive influence. He'll be working on level 2, project 2, active listening. The purpose of his project is for the member to demonstrate his or her ability to listen to what others say, which is why he took over the table topic master role to demonstrate his listening skill. I wish him the best of luck.
Okay, so Toastmaster job, the ball is in your court. Let's start the TTM session.
Thank you, TM Mustafa. What a wonderful session. Now we have come to a very good and wonderful session, that is the table topic, which also happens to be my the project, so that I have to conduct a table topic. So I'll be sharing a screen which will include the table topics questions. As the theme suggests, stay fit with sports. So that is, there are few of the questions that I have asked over here. I would request volunteers to take up any questions, and so that we can move forward. Before this, I would request the timer to explain the timing rules for the table topic. Timer Virendra, can you please explain the rule?
Yes. 1 second. The timing for table topic is 2 minutes. At 1 minute, green card will be displayed. 1.5 minute, yellow card will be displayed, and 2 minutes, red card will be displayed.
Thank you, timer. Now let's start with the most wonderful session, that is a table topic. The table topic session today I have divided into two separate questions. Like either you can go ahead with selecting a quote or a proverb or a food question. So since it's related to staying fit, so I have some proverbs related to staying healthy and something related to food. So I want any of the volunteers who would like to go ahead with a first question.
I would like to go ahead.
Okay, Toastmaster Fakhruddin.
Yes.
What would you like to go with?
Okay, I have to choose either between food questions or quotes proverbs.
Yes.
So I'll take quote proverbs.
We'll take quote proverbs. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's start. The quote proverb for you is, what is meant by the proverb, health is wealth? You might have heard this proverb so many times.
Yeah.
What do you mean by the proverb, health is wealth? Over to you.
Health is wealth indeed in itself says everything. I would need a night indeed. If I speak, the contents would be less like. So health is wealth is about everything, because if you have health, you are healthy, fit and fine. If you are able to do anything which you desire in your life, if you're physically fit, you are mentally fit. Your physical fitness leads to your mental fitness. This both are connected. And indeed, your biggest wealth is your health, because everyone knows that your monetary wealth you can enjoy only when you have your own good health. And your health is indeed your family's health. Your health plays a major role, because your entire family, most of us, our entire family is dependent on us. So if we are healthy, we can take care of our entire family. We can be a great role model for our family. If we are fit and healthy, we can indeed build a culture of health and fitness in the entire family. Let's say if you are healthy, your wife, your son, your parents, everyone will get motivated from you. Or if they are not motivated, you will put in an efforts. Let's say your mother's blood sugar or diabetes is imbalanced. You know the reason behind it. You will make sure your mother takes those corrective steps instead of medicines to cure herself, because your if you put up a correct diet, if you do exercise, I think that is the biggest medicine to cure your body. Allah has given a beautiful body to you. It gives you signals at every moment. If you know the correct dynamics of the food and the workout, indeed your having a good health for a long term is an achievable and attainable goal. Over to you, table topics master. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fakhruddin. What a wonderful piece of advice from you. I remember, as you said, if you are fit, and your physical fitness leads to your mental fitness, that itself is the key. When a good health is there, then only we can really enjoy the time with our family and we enjoy the money. That is a key. That is an essence. And also, since being healthy, we are being a good role model to our family, and our family is also motivated. And also, I would like to end the last point that you said, exercise is like a medicine. Thank you. Now I would share the screen again so that we'll have a second. Who would like to go ahead next? Murtaza. Okay.
Yeah.
Toastmaster Murtaza, what would you like to choose?
This is very interesting presentation. Quotes, proverbs, or food questions?
Yes.
I will go ahead with food questions.
Food questions. Okay, just hold on. The food questions. Okay, can you see?
Yeah, I can see.
Would you rather eat a burger or a salad? This is a very tricky question. Would you rather eat a burger or a salad if you're hungry? Over to you.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Hope you are all enjoying this amazing meeting. Today's session is really very different, and my question is also very different. Would I rather prefer burger or salad? Well, I would advise that it should be a combination of both, because all the time eating healthy or just focusing on salads or healthy food, it's not possible, especially if I'm talking about myself in the today's lifestyle, especially on the weekends. There are cheat days. But yes, of course, there are some people, or there was time for myself that when I was much dependent on fast food, my lifestyle was basically having pizzas, burgers, and then I realized that I had put on a lot of weight, and then I started having some other problems. So I shifted to more of the salads and the healthy food, but again, it was difficult to maintain. So I would prefer, and I think that is the most reasonable answer. And many of us, or most of us, would prefer that is a mix of two. Sometimes when you're going to party with your friends on the weekends, you can have this fast food salads, and I mean fast foods, burgers, pizzas, and all. And most of your time, try to be having more of healthy food, salads, vegetables, and well calculated and good diet. So being said that, over to you, table topic master of the day, job Daniel.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mustafa. Your was a very diplomatic answer. You told that you want a combination of both. That's that's a very diplomatic answer, just like our ministers. And also, I like the fact that realization of putting on weight, you switch to a healthy food habit, which is always good. And on weekends and during your party times, you prefer to eat the fun food. And with during your weekday, you prefer to have the healthy food. That is a very good choice, and even I would prefer the same. Now, I would like to invite our guest, Marvin, to choose between. To guest Marvin, are you there?
Yes, Toastmaster, Mr.
Yes.
Daniel.
So, yes. Tell me, what would you like to go with?
I would let me take food questions.
Food questions. Okay, everyone is taking food questions because everyone likes food. The food question is. Okay, this is another very not so easy question. Would you rather eat a broccoli chips sandwich cookie or eat an avocado ice cream? This is not an easy question. Would you eat broccoli chip cookies or an avocado ice cream? What would you prefer? Over to you.
To be frank, I have never ate both of these actually. Is there is a cookies with broccoli? Really? People are making with that?
Yeah. People are making anything.
Ice cream is fine. Yes, avocado ice cream. Even I have never tasted. So okay, in case if you want to eat both choose, I will take cookies because I'm little bit allergic to cold foods, but I love ice creams actually. But cookies, of course. Basically, cookies. I would say it fills the stomach little big, so we don't eat too much. But of course, cookies. Everything consists of everything comes with the maida, I guess, right nowadays. Yeah, in case if you want to answer, I will go with the cookies. But this is new with the broccoli cookies. I should check in the mall somewhere is there or supermarket. Let me try once. And I think how many of you guys have that actually? Have you heard about this cookie with broccoli? Anyone came across that one? I think job done. You're doing so much of research in food, I guess, to keep the questions more interesting. And of course, thank you all of the people to allow me a part of this discussion. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And thank all the team members expressed Mr. Mustafa Shabir, and he was doing the fit and thing. He did a good job, and also Mr. Hussain and Prakash, you were wonderful. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guest Marvin. Your love for ice cream, I can see that. That is why even you're willing to eat the avocado ice cream. Even I have not tried none of them. And you love cookies more, and that is why you prefer the broccoli cookies, even though it's not available currently. Maybe in the future it can.
Wow.
Now going ahead, I would like to invite Toastmaster Suraya.
Yes. So sorry.
What
about
would
that.
you like to go ahead with?
Can you show me the choices? Okay.
Is it the quotes or the proverbs?
I'll
Quotes,
go with
proverbs, or food?
food questions if there's any left.
Yeah. I know everyone likes food. So let's go ahead with the food question. Okay, here is your question. Would you rather have pancakes for dinner or have cakes for breakfast?
Oh my God.
What would you prefer? Would you prefer pancakes for dinner or cakes for breakfast? Over to you.
Before I begin, can I see the timer, please? Who's the timer?
Timer is Virendra.
Okay. Found you, Toastmaster Virendra. Oh, I can't. Okay, fine. Never mind. All right. Either pancakes for dinner or cake for breakfast. Okay. How many of you here have a sweet tooth? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. How many of you have a sweet tooth? Don't lie to me. Okay, I can see all those hands raised. Sweet tooths. Great. How many of you have sweets? Any kind of sweets at least once a week? At least once a week. Raise those hands. Don't lie to me. Great. Now put them all down. I don't like sweets at all. So much so that my teeth started to hate them. I would go for anything that isn't sweet. Savory is right up my alley. So if I had to choose between pancakes for dinner and cake for breakfast, I will take pancakes because at least it's less sweet than the cakes. I don't want a cavity. Do you know how much the dentist costs? I don't think you do. I did once, had to go. My wallet, well, my dad's wallet was empty. So I will go for pancakes for dinner because I can actually make it less sweet. I can add in sugar-free instead, which makes it easy on my teeth. And for any of you who are diabetic, best hack, it does not spike your glucose levels. So pancakes for dinner, but I'm making them, not store-bought. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suraya. As you are going ahead with pancakes, as you think that pancake is less sweeter, so that is why you're going ahead with pancake. It's a very tricky one, but still, I'm fine. And considering you are also thinking about the high price that you have to spend on a dentist, and at the same time, your dad is paying for it. So that's a very good reason. I really like it. So now let's go ahead with the next one. I think Toastmaster Suhan has raised his hands. Toastmaster Suhan, what is
Hi,
your...
Job. How are you?
I'm doing good. What would you like to go? Like, is it a quote or a food?
Actually, I'm a foodie, but my wife has restricted me, saying that you must have a diet now. should go for a diet. So I'll skip the food now and I'll go with quotes and proverbs.
Good, amazing, fine. So here goes the proverb. What does it mean? What it means by the proverb? An apple a day keeps the doctor away. This is a very famous proverb that we have been listening from our childhood, but we really don't know what it is all about. So now you have to explain it to us. What is an apple a day keeps the doctor away? Over to you.
An apple a day keeps doctor away. For Toastmaster and my dear friends, apple is such a fruitful fruit substance or a thing that, which was blessed with Adam itself when he came on the earth. When he had that, he was quite healthy, and following that, all of us started to start liking the apple. But even though apple has good health benefits, that is, it keeps up your mood, and also it will it keeps your stomach clean, and also your skin regenerates it in such a way that it keeps like bright and keeps away from dryness. And moreover, it has been seen that when you have an apple keeps you fully fresh, and you never have to go through any problem while even after taking any food. But the best thing to eat an apple is just 1 hour before any food that you like to take, because the more you get that the tanginess, the sweetness, or the sourness of it, you feel so good about it, for which you don't have to go to the doctor. But if you want to go to the doctor, so have an apple, and always have a good chance to get like full on medicines, vaccinations, and a lot more. And if you don't want to go through all that pain, have an apple, so that an apple a day keeps you away from the doctor or from the stranger. So that's it. Over to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suhan. It was really wonderful. You explained the origin of the apple and the first person, Adam, who eat the apple. Of course, I'm good you did not continue further on the apple origin, and then the benefits of the apple, that apple keeps up the mood, cleans the stomach, and your skin is rejuvenated. An apple keeps you fresh. It is really wonderful. Now I have two more question. Who would like to? Okay, Toastmaster Varghese has raised his hand. Let's ask Toastmaster Varghese. Toastmaster Varghese, what would you like to go ahead with? I have one question for the quotes and one question for food.
I will go for quote.
Quote, huh? Okay. Okay, so your question is, this is the most difficult question. What is meant by this proverb? When you feel like quitting, think about why you started. When you feel like quitting, think about why you started. Over to you, Toastmaster Varghese.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. It's a life-threatening question. Most of us, whenever see an obstacles, we will quit that from that project. But there is an intention to start. So you always forgetting what was the intention when you are ready to quit. In my life, I've started many businesses. Most of my businesses end when the obstacles, when the struggle started over there. I quit that business, I moved to another business. By turning back, I was thinking recently, instead of the first business I started, which was IT support business, I could continue with that. I could have a different job, I could become the different stuff, but I didn't. So that means, guys, whenever you are starting, whenever you go move forward something, stick with that. Whenever you feel that I want to quit, think, I started with a purpose. I want to continue with that purpose. Over to you, Toastmaster, DTM Job Daniel.
Thank you, Toastmaster Varghese. What a wonderful and inspiring message. You started with us the intention the intention to start, and also you gave an example of how you plan to start your business, and then you quit in between. Your the IT company that you had planned to did not continue further. It's a very good insight that we are getting. And the last message that you have gave, when you're starting, we have to stick to what we have started, and we should understand the purpose. It is really good. Thank you so much. Now I have the last one. I would like to request anyone like Toastmaster Faiza or Barmeet, or anyone is there? Toastmaster
I can go next if no one wants.
Asil. Oh, okay. Let's give it to Asil. Let's give it to our guest, Asil. The last one.
I would go with food. I live to eat.
Yeah, there is only food is left. So that means it's for you.
Yeah, I live to eat.
Okay, so the last question is, would you rather give up candy for a year or give up chocolate for a year? It's equal, but still, would you rather give up candy for a year or give chocolate for a year? Both has a different texture and flavor. So what's your opinion on this? Over to you, Toastmaster Asil.
Give up chocolate for a year? Oh no, no way, no way. I am never ever giving up chocolate. I have a sweet tooth. Yes, Toastmaster Spray, I have a sweet tooth. But if I have to choose, I would definitely give up candy because I cannot live without chocolate. No way. So yeah, the reason I would give up candy instead of chocolate because some chocolates, many of you might not believe me, but like dark chocolate, for example, it's a bit healthier. Even if anyone in my family start diet, they tell you you can have a dark chocolate, nothing's gonna happen. They say it's a bit healthier, but candy, don't count. It's healthy. It's full of most of the sugar. But another reason I would never give up chocolate because it's my life. As girls, it's our life. Asking a girl to give up chocolate is asking them to give up oxygen, give up water. You might think I'm overreacting, but it's true. Here in our girl world, chocolate is our life. And it even runs in my family. My mom loves chocolate. I might have inherited from her. So yeah, if they made me choose between candy or chocolate, I'd definitely go with candy. Never give up chocolate. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Asil. So now we came to know that you are a chocolate girl. Toastmaster Asil has a sweet tooth, and she can give up candy, but she cannot give up chocolate. You also gave the benefits of dark chocolate, that it's healthier, and candy is not so healthy. And the reason for not giving chocolate is that you cannot live without chocolate. It's something you can, if even if oxygen is not there, you can live, but without chocolate you cannot live. And especially the correlation that you gave that all the girls like chocolate, and your mom likes chocolate, and your family loves chocolate. So it's a chocolatey combination everywhere. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Asil. With this, the table topic session is completed. I would like to pass on it to the TM for today, Toastmaster Mustafa.
Job Daniel, can you have a poll, please?
Yes, I'll run the poll for the speaker and the table topics I have to prepare. I'll run the poll for the speaker. Okay, the polls are done. Now let's move ahead with the general evaluation section. Over to you, TM Mustafa.
Thank you. That was a great session. Very entertaining and very innovative idea. Now let's move to the conclusion and most important part of our meeting, the evaluation sector. Now I would like to hand it over to TM Nana, who would one day want to become a swimmer, inshallah. So over to you, TM Nana.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mustafa. Hello again, everyone. Now we're going to begin the general evaluation session. So we'll be first starting with the speech evaluations. And technically, since Toastmaster Fakhruddin was our first speaker, we'll be starting with his evaluation first. So I request Toastmaster Surya, who is his evaluator, to give her evaluation. Toastmaster Surya, are you there?
Nana, you can go for the second evaluation.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we'll go with Toastmaster Prakash. So Toastmaster Jijo is evaluating Toastmaster Prakash. I invite Toastmaster Jijo to give his evaluation.
Wonderful evening to all Toastmasters, guests, especially to TM Prakash. Congratulations on delivering your icebreaker speech, Mr. TM Prakash. Let us give him a round of applause, actually. TM Prakash, this of course is going to be a new stepping stone in your life. You have delivered the purpose of the speech. You have introduced yourself to the club and you have demonstrated the structure of a public speech. You have given us a glimpse of your personal and professional life as well. The opening was good. You successfully grabbed the attention of the audience by asking them questions, actually, keeping them engaged about asking Darjeeling and your place and all. Even though you said you were nervous, actually, but it did not reflect in your face, TM Prakash. For a first icebreaker speech, few deficiencies can always be forgiven, like not having a better vocal variety or not showing body gestures to enhance your speech. Looking forward that you will cover up all these things in your next speech and deliver your next speech as fast as you can. As the saying goes, practice make man perfect. You will become a shining star in this Toastmasters as well as your life. Wish you all the best, TM Prakash. Over to you, to the General Evaluator. Thank you.
Is Toastmaster Surya there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, now I call upon Toastmaster Surya, who is evaluating Toastmaster Fakhruddin.
Just give me a second. What a panel discussion. Now, wasn't that enlightening? Even though it was just 20 minutes, usually panel discussions can go on for as long as 40 minutes. We were so hooked in, and it all started with that amazing, energetic beginning. We all know that panel discussions can be boring, but my target speaker, Toastmaster Fakhruddin, was not going to do that. He said this panel discussion will be exciting, and that's why he started it off with an energetic greeting to make sure that we're all engaged. Good job. Also, if you notice, Toastmaster Fakhruddin also had a lot of vocal variety. Good vocal variety also brings with it an ability to energize the audience, or as I'd like to call it, hyping up the audience so that we're all engaged. And I'd also like to say congratulations, Toastmaster Fakhruddin, for completing this project. Well done. But with a lot of other projects in Toastmasters, there's always room for improvement. First, let's begin with the very basic stuff. I could see that you were very slumped over. Now, even if you're sitting, this is why I'm sitting down to make a point here, roll those shoulders back. Roll them back, straighten your posture, look at the camera. Now look at how professional this is. And you did not have to stand up for that. You don't have to stand up to make a huge difference with something very small. So roll your shoulders back. Next, let's talk about the questions. The questions that you asked, in my opinion, felt a little too leading and far too broad. Your panelists have unique experiences, so it would be much better to have specific questions that narrow it down so that your panelists can give unique answers and so that the audience gets more value out of the discussion. Also, time yourself. I realized that you were really running into your time and rushing things in the second half. Better, instead, before commenting on every single panelist's answer, just wrap it up, let them finish, and then you can give your answer instead of giving your answer after each panelist's answer. And a little tip to challenge yourself, speak to your panelists before the discussion so that you can understand their perspectives and tailor the questions to get the most value via that. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Surya. Now I call upon the third evaluator for today, Toastmaster Asil, who is evaluating Toastmaster George.
Hello. Sorry, my phone fell. Good evening to you all again. I hope you're proud of yourself, Toastmaster Joe. I just rushed to make hot chocolate because you tempted me to go have chocolate. But anyway, you did a very good job with giving guests an opportunity to speak up. Amazing quotes and a nice way to give them a choice, either quote or food. And I noticed that many of them, since they chose food, they live to eat just like me, or it's just a guess, a lucky guess. You did a good job explaining your role and asking the timer to explain each participant how many minutes do they have. The way you commented on each participant demonstrates that you were listening to them and you were interested in their answer, in their opinion. Let us all give him a clap for engaging with the audience. I loved your smile. Smile is contagious. We all agree on that. It affects everyone. They feel positive and good mood, energy in the atmosphere. Reading the quotes, great job doing that. A job of table topic is to read the quote. You almost make me hungry, you know? While everyone was participating, I was actually having dinner because I was running errands. I came home really hungry. So I heated up dinner and ate it while you were demonstrating the burger and the ice cream. I love broccoli, but broccoli ice cream? Mm-mm. No way. Anyway, I did not find any of areas of improvement. You did a really good job. Probably need to adjust the vocal variety high and low. You just spoke in the same volume. So yeah, that's the only thing you need to work on. Anyway, you did a very good job. Good job demonstrating the pictures and the quotes, and great job triggering my chocolate mood. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Asil. Now I would like to call upon our beloved president and our grammarian for today, Toastmaster Kabiruddin, to give his report.
Thank you, General Evaluator Nana. Indeed, it was good. The word of the day was obviate, but I didn't find the usage of it. Anyways, we will make sure that we will try to use this word obviate coming future, and we will keep it in the record so that you know it's a very old word and we need to use it. I found certain punchlines which were very interesting, like TMOD said, simplicity is a specialty. As per TM Fakhruddin, it was like he said the right word that once you start doing your own fitness, you become the role model to the family, and exercise is the best medicine. And so Toastmaster Suhan has actually used a nice word, regenerate. And it's actually good. Yes, we need to do it by keeping our body fit. And Mr. Workers had actually said everything you do is with a purpose and intention. Those were the few punchlines, and rest I could not capture because I was deeply involved with the talks and speeches were what you were doing. But indeed, these were actually eye openers for me. Back to you, General Evaluator Nayana.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kabiruddin. Now we will have the report for our counter by Toastmaster Hussain.
Thank you, General Evaluator Nayana, and once again, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I'm really glad to see most of the Toastmasters, or rather sports players, played their roles very well tonight. Some scored 4 runs, some 6, and some fell for a duck. So I have a report for the ones who got out for a low score. Well, most of the speakers, they said many times, but the champion for today is our TMOD Mustafa with the score of 17 times ours. Please give him a big hand. And then we have for there was a tight competition between President Kabir, TMOD Mustafa, but the champion for the is our very own TM Fakhruddin. Big hands for our champion TM Fakhruddin for the maximum tonight. And then there were some as well, but not so much, but still that the player who scored the most times the were unexpectedly our timer Virendra Singh. Please give a huge round of applause for the maximum And the last, but not the least, there were some repetitive words used by some of them, but again, the champion for the using the most repetitive words is, any guesses? All right, it's okay. I won't keep it suspense. Yes, it is the TMOD Mustafa Shabir for using the repetitive words most times. Huge round of applause for all the players falling for duck. I hope you can buck up and score some more runs next time. And you can work for them and you can become great players. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hussain. Now, before I go on with my report, I'd like to know about the evaluators. Are we having a voting session?
Yeah, the voting polls are ready. I'll initiate it now.
Okay.
It's done. The polls are done.
All right. So now I'm going to start with my report. First of all, I would like to start by mentioning our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Jijo. When I joined the meeting today, I saw him checking the systems, ensuring that everybody's systems were working and checking if there were any guests joining today. And that showed that he had a lot of dedication to his role, and I'd like to congratulate him for that. Secondly, I noticed that the meeting started on time. That was great, but people were joining even after the meeting started. Now, to ensure proper running of the meeting, I request that all members join 5 to 10 minutes prior to the meeting, prior to when the meeting actually starts. Now, we had a very unique speaking session today. Toastmaster Prakash gave his icebreaker. Toastmaster Fakhruddin organized a panel discussion, and Toastmaster Joe brilliantly balanced both the table topic sessions and speaking. But we also noticed that there were a lot of disruptions today. Around 5 to 7 minutes were gone with these disruptions. So I have a few suggestions that I would like to give here so that these disruptions do not occur. First of all, before any meeting, ensure that your audio, video, and internet are working properly. Secondly, ensure all electronic devices are switched off or on silent mode while you're giving the speech or while somebody else is giving a speech. Now, thirdly, ensure that if you are, if you are taking a role, ensure that you understand all aspects of the role before you come to the meeting, because we don't want any disruptions in between that. So there are a lot of people who will clarify your doubts. Ensure that you understand everything, every part of your role. Now, let's come to the table topic session. We had a very interesting table topic session today. There were a lot of interesting topics, and of course, food. Everybody loves food. Toastmaster Job initiated the table topic session in a very brilliant manner, and it was refreshing to see all the guests getting a chance to speak. Now, coming to the evaluation session, all our evaluators did a great job giving excellent evaluations. Our grammarian and beloved president excellently managed the crowd today. When we had that chaos, he was the good man in the storm, and he guided us and navigated us so that we wouldn't waste too much time. He also executed his role properly, and that was very great to see. Our counter, Toastmaster Hussein, who had all that witty humor and made us laugh today. I know we all smiled because of him today, and he added a great twist to his role. So overall, we had a very productive meeting. We learned a lot of things, and we also gained a lot of experience. Oh, speaking of experience, we had a very interactive session today. A lot of new things were learned. And you know why? It was because of our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mustafa, who brought this interesting topic on sports and encouraged us all to now start playing sports. We learned a lot of things, we interacted, we learned this information all because of him. So overall, it was a great meeting, and I hope we continue this momentum. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Mustafa, Toastmaster
Mustafa, unmute yourself.
Yeah, that was a great evaluation. I just want to ask how many of you follow cricket? I think most of them are following cricket. Only 1, 2, I think most. Okay. Many are following and many are not. Now people are coming. Okay, good. I think most of them are following cricket. Who are football lovers? Good. Okay, I will ask you a simple cricket question. How many balls a batsman will require for him to score a century, half century, minimum number of delivery, including the extras?
8 balls.
1 ball.
Okay, any more answers?
I'm mistaken. It should be 9 balls.
Yes, it's right. 9. It's 9 balls because when you hit 8 sixes, it's 48, and you will require one more delivery for completing your 50. And about the extras, for the batsman, the extras are never count. It is always counted as a legal delivery. So there is nothing about extras. So you need 9 deliveries. Now it's time to conclude. So in this asking COVID pandemic time, it's very important to play sports to boost our immunity. Nothing else can guarantee you safety from the virus other than your own immunity. So stay safe and healthy with sports and try hard to obviate the virus. Make sure to not, and one of the important thing about sports is stay safe from the injuries. You always have to take care about the injuries because sometimes we get too passionate and end up injuring ourselves. So we have to stay fit and be injury free. With that, I'd like to hand it over to our beloved president. Over to you, President.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. I now feel that I have to stay fit. I have grown over 100 kgs now. From tomorrow, I'll start to have some sports done. And probably I'll also follow the indirect diet method, which our table topic master have said, eat broccolis and not chocolates, because I eat a lot of chocolates and have a lot of root canal silver in my mouth. So it's a good thing. It's a good session we had today. But before we end, I would like to have certain feedback going forward, first with our area director, Mohammad Shiraz.
Toastmaster Kabir, let's just run the poll for
You
the
have the polls for
evaluator.
the table. Yeah, please, can you run that as well?
The polls for the best table topics.
सर्टिफिकेट रहता है ना एंड ऑफ द डे.
Now the polls for the best role player will be launched. Yeah, it's done. You can continue, President.
So let's have some feedback from our area director, Mohammad Siraz, as he's there in the meeting. Area director, Mohammad Siraz.
Thank you very much, President Toastmaster Kabir. It was a wonderful meeting. I hope that everyone got a new experience with this panel discussion. This is second time for me also. First time Toastmaster Surya did a panel discussion in Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club, and it was a wonderful experience. That and now something different. We at that time Toastmaster Surya brought the panelists from outside, non Toastmasters. This time I had an experience. Within the Toastmasters, we can do this project as well. It's not required that always we have to bring it from outside. Even within our club or within Toastmasters, we can bring it and we can do a panel discussion as well. So wonderful experience. And Toastmaster Daniel, the table topic session, either food or the courts. You gave us varieties. Always make something something creative. So give us more options so that we can choose also. It was wonderful. Overall, the meeting went well. And first time I saw our general evaluator. Where is she from? Is she from Kuwait or?
Yes, she's
She
from
is
our
a
club
daughter
only.
of our ex-president, Mr. Vargas.
Oh, great, great. So nice to meet you, ma'am. It was wonderful overall. I enjoyed the meeting. I'm sure that all of us would have enjoyed the meeting. I forgot to tell our Toastmaster of the day, uh, Toastmaster Mustafa Shabir. From beginning till end, he was trying to give us more examples about sports and motivate us to do more sports activities. Nowadays, we stuck in Zoom. I hate Zoom. Just now, our division director messaged. I said that I hate online meetings, but what to do? We have to live with this. But anyhow, we want to go outside and have some physical activities to have more outside. I hope that you all also feel the same thing. Over to you, President.
Thank you, Area Director Muhammad Siraz. Indeed, it was very good for us. I would like to hear some words as well from the President of Desert Pioneer, Suraya Nur Fatima. I actually saw the mental health awareness video recording online on YouTube, and it was indeed great. We tried to replicate the same thing over here, and your feedback was also great as evaluator. So, how was the meeting? Can you just give us a feedback on it, please?
Well, it was a wonderful meeting. Thank you so much for having me. As you know, Area 31, we all love to kind of support each other and give each other helpful feedback. So I will be a little more harsh on you simply because I feel like Area 31 were very close knit compared to most other areas, in my opinion. I loved the meeting. I honestly loved it. There are some aspects that I feel like you could have improved a little better. From my experience, it's best to talk to your role players beforehand so that they understand every aspect of what they're supposed to do. So a timer has to know that when they're supposed to flash the cards, whatnot. In physical meetings, you could just pull them aside and tell them this is how you do it. So obviously, because we're online, it's a little difficult. For me, what I did for one of our timers, so she was a first time Toastmaster, I said, hey, we're doing a rehearsal. Do you want to come and time? Do you want to have a practice run? She did that. She came for 10 minutes only. She understood everything and then she left. So rehearsals can really help with that. Next would be, I don't think I see a tech moderator here. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is there a tech moderator role? No.
I believe it's done by job, but we don't have it actually.
We
Yes.
don't have a separate one. I'm just
Yeah. See, the issue with that is that Job Daniel is also the VP Education, correct? Right? He's the VP Education, so that is a huge burden, like so much to do already. He has to assign roles, he has to do everything. So it's always better to have someone else take up the role of tech moderator. Someone who is experienced in tech or is willing to learn, right? And give that job to them, because there were times where I was confused if someone else was being spotlighted. So because we're virtual, you have to really take hold of that virtual platform to make it almost rival physical platforms, right? So that's one thing. But overall, I really loved the meeting. I loved how you added value with the panel discussion, which I wish you would have advertised and marketed, because if you did that, if there was a poster just for panel discussion, trust me, you would have gotten up to 50 viewers, maybe more than that. People love panel discussions. They love intellectual conversations. It's kind of like a podcast. You just want to listen more and more and more. So when you have these special segments where speakers are doing big projects, advertise them, market them. Trust me, they will bring a big audience. That's what we did for my panel discussion as well. That was the key highlight. So a lot of people came in. I recommend doing that because for sure you'll have more big projects coming up. And yeah, you can always find me on the group chat if you ever need me. But yeah, overall it was a really good meeting, and I hope to come visit again, especially when you have such great content such as the panel discussion.
Indeed, Toastmaster Soraya, yes. We also had a learning yesterday from the district. Yes, the coaching about presenting on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. That was the biggest learning yesterday. And hopefully we will try to implement it in coming meetings as well. And a very nice suggestion as well. Lastly, I just wanted to have one feedback from our guest, my own colleague Marvin. How did you like the meeting? And I hope it has already developed an interest for you to join our club and work on learning and becoming a best speaker.
Yes, thank you, Gabir. Of course, thank you for sending me the invite and introducing me about Toastmaster. Basically, of course, it was great. Actually, I can see like each and everyone is taking a role. And the engagement towards the meeting is very huge. Actually, each and everyone, it's I can see like-minded people who want to develop their skills and all, and also everyone is more positive. It's not like that. Some people are just listening and not participating in the meeting. I can see all the team members who are here, all the taking different roles are doing their job very perfectly. And mainly, everyone is live and interested in this full meeting. Like Kabir told, of course, I'm looking forward to move forward. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Kabir. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Marvin. Our VP membership will be shortly contacting you, and they will be telling you about the benefits of Toastmaster joining, what are the benefits you get joining Toastmasters as well. Finally, we have one thing left, is the award session. So moderator, Job Daniel, can you just post the awards, please, for the best speaker? And just can you hold 1 second? We also have Toastmaster Suhan live again here, and I would like to take his feedback. Toastmaster Suhan?
Yes. Hi. Hi, Kapil.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, doing well. Good to see
Yeah.
you in our meeting. And how did you like the meeting?
Okay. About the meeting, I'll just say in one word. It was amazing. I really loved it. I joined in late, but I still got the glimpse of what happened, and I really enjoyed. More details already shared by Shiraz and Suraya, but I just want to say something more is about the members and the speakers. The time when you all, when this club started, most of the members were like very shy and soft-spoken kind of, and they never came ahead to participate. But today I saw those members, they all have come front, and they've become more confident. They improved a lot from the time they have, from the time this club started, and they all started speaking, and moreover, they become more eloquent speakers now, and I'm so happy to see that development, that started, and I'm so happy and proud of you guys and the club as well. And I'm hoping to see that more speakers emerge from your club, inshallah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Swan. Indeed, it is good. Job Daniel, Toastmaster Job Daniel, can we continue with the awards?
Yeah. To the VPPR Murtaza will be sharing the.
Yeah, I have to share the certificates, right?
Yes.
So
Yes, excuse me. Kabiruddin, you
yeah.
can announce, and the same time Murtaza will be shared the certificate. You know that if you.
Yes. So we have the best speaker is Toastmaster Fakhruddin. A very great panel discussion. Where the speaker also, Mr. Toastmaster Prakash, was good, but I would say only one sentence from Jesse Owens, who said, "The victory that counts is the one which you do it on yourself." So we would like to see the way you will have the speaking, the meeting next, and I will personally await to see the best meeting from you next time. But as of now, Toastmaster Fakhruddin has actually taken the badge.
Toastmaster Murtaza, can you share the certificate? Yeah, it's fair fine.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
We don't have the drums. Okay. Thank you, and good luck to Master Fakhruddin for your next project. And moving forward, we have the best table topic. Indeed, it has gone to our ex-president Toastmaster Vargas. What a fantastic way of communicating that whatever you do you do it with your intention and a purpose. That was a punchline which was a hit. And the best evaluator role, what we have is Toastmaster Suraya Noor. Thank you, President. It was really good. And I actually appreciate the way you have shown us how to evaluate someone. And we will take this learning forward as well when we ourselves are evaluating others. And last but not least, the best role player is Toastmaster Hussein, our TMOD.
Yeah, he's our account.
Sorry, our counter, sorry. Who gave us with the duck, with the 6 4s, and all the cricket scores, whatever was present over there. And thank you all. It was a very good meeting, and we have done it on time. I would like to say officially, as a president, the meeting is adjourned. If you want to continue, let's continue and have some other talk. But indeed, it was a great meeting. And before we leave, I would like everyone to switch on your camera. And ladies, do we have any position or something for the picture, group picture?
Something sporty.
But I have candy. I bought a candy. And who's taking
get a ball? Everyone should get a ball.
Virtual bag. Virtual bag.
Toastmaster Suhan, Toastmaster Sayed.
Volleyball.
Yep. Let me also take one, just a second. One, two, three. Yes.
Cheese.
Done. Thank you, everyone. Good night. Whoever have a weekend, please enjoy the holidays, and wish you all a happy new year, Islamic happy new year, and enjoy the days. I hope everyone is vaccinated so you can go out, have lunch, dinner, and no more worries about Corona. And we still, when the word COVID is there, we will still continue our virtual meet. I wish we go back to the basic of what we had in 2019 and previous, but till then, Zoom is our savior. Let's all see in the next meeting. Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kabiruddin, President Kabiruddin. Wonderful meeting. I think this is exactly finished in a time. I just want to add few words with guest Marvin and if any other guest. See why we are in the Toastmasters. Toastmaster is we are all new in the Toastmaster. None of these guys are not an experience or seniors over here. Actually, we formed a club 1 year back or 1.5 year back, and almost every member is new now. So what is the beauty of joining this club? You know, we are not that much even professional to criticize you. We can take you with